Big bags, big bags. We got a snack. Hey, all of my medium backs on a mission crew. I have a new dish today. I am going to be showing you this Mediterranean chicken and shrimp nacho with homemade roasted garlic. Guys, this was my first time making hummus, and it is definitely a process. But what I did learn is you have to heavily season that hummus because those chickpeas have no taste. But also, guys, I decided I'm going to do a topic of the day today. And today my topic is going to be about the whole going 50-50 debate. Now, I am not a therapist. I am not a psychiatrist or anything like that. So even though I may not come to you from a place of education, I can come to you from a place of revelation because I've been through almost every relationship scenario there is. And it's safe to say I'm still here with a smile on my face. So I think I've learned a thing or two. And I want to say this. There's really no reason to keep debating and arguing about what's right, who should go 50-50, who should pay for what, who should do this or that. The best relationships are when you can find someone who naturally wants what you want, who naturally is the person that you desire to be with, without you trying to force their hand, without you trying to convince them to be something that you're not. When I have met people in the past that I thought, like, oh my goodness, this person seems like they could be perfect for me. If only they could change this. If only this and that were different. We have to stop trying to work relationships or force relationships with people just because we like them for certain things. If you're not willing to accept all that that person is, all that that person has, including their past, then you need to find somebody else because we're wasting too much time trying to force our way on other people. When I've been like my husband now, I did not have to force him to be the type of man that I desire. Are we the perfect couple? Absolutely not. But I feel like we're perfect for each other because I don't force him to be something that he's not. And he doesn't force me to change who I am. And we naturally just work together. If you can meet somebody, hey, if you want to be a stay-at-home wife and you have a partner that wants a traditional setting, then perfect. Then you need to address that up front. Let's stop going off of looks and, just building off of sexual chemistry and things like that. And then when it comes down to the longevity of the relationship, then there is no foundation because everything was built on superficial things. Yes, you do have to be attracted to people, but things can happen in life where things can change. Sometimes people, you have a child and you gain weight. You can have a car accident and you're disfigured. Are you going to no longer love that person because their looks aren't intact? Because you're still going to be dealing with the character of that person. So let's stop focusing on arguing with people about their way because it's impossible for the entire world to agree on what should go on in someone's household and how someone should pay their bills. Everyone's situation and background is different. So what I've learned, like I said, is when you can meet someone who's naturally what you desire in a partner, and you're naturally what they desire, it is going to be so much fun. Yes, relationships can be complicated, but here's the thing. When you have a complicated situation in a relationship, it should not be to the point where it affects your mental state. It affects your health because yes, being stressed out about your relationship, being stressed out about if a situation is going to work out, it can cause problems. And here's the thing. Once you start to get yourself established with the person, you start having children, you're living together, and you're not 100% happy with this person or even 90% happy with this person, there's going to be some conflict, especially if that person is trying to be something that they're not to appease you because they want you in their life and vice versa. I have been that person. I have tried to accommodate people and I think I'm pretty versatile where I can mesh with any personality. And it's one thing to compliment someone else or to be compatible with someone else. But when you have to completely change who you are, change your values, change your beliefs to be with someone, that just may not be the person for you. And I know that people are like, well, if they're a good person, you will change for them. You'll do this, you'll do that. But here's the thing. A lot of times, a lot of us need therapy. A lot of times we need healing. We need to sort those things out before we pursue a relationship, because it's not fair for the next person that you meet to come into your life and try to correct the wrongs in your past. Whatever hurts your parents have, whatever past relationships you've been in. We want people to come in and repair us and show us love. But the truth is, we need to do that work ahead of time. You can't come into a relationship thinking that someone else is going to make you whole, thinking someone else is going to make you happy, because guess what? If you give that person the power to make you happy and make you feel whole, if they ever leave, guess what? They're taking it with them. You need to come into that relationship whole and ready to be in a relationship, to show up for that person, especially if you're looking for something long term. Now, this isn't about a fling or just a good time. This is for people who are really looking for substance in a relationship, looking for marriage. You want to be with someone who is fun. I know people's like, oh, relationships are work, marriage is work. It's work if you make it complicated. Yes, you are going to have to sacrifice. You are going to have to do things and consider your other person, because that's what it's about. It is a union. It is being in a position where you sign up to take care and be responsible for another person till death do us part, if you're taking it seriously. And that can come with sacrifices. So if you're going to go into a situation with a selfish mindset, thinking that everything revolves around you, everything has to go your way, then one or two things are going to happen. Either that relationship is not going to last long, or you're going to be in a relationship with someone who is unhappy, and you'll never see the fulfillment of what a great and healthy relationship looks like. And I know that it's hard to think about giving up a person that, you've been with for years, or that you've been in a relationship for years, or that you've wanted for so long. And you're just like, if they can just get it together, we would be great. If they can do this, if they can do that. That may require you stepping away from each other. If you are truly meant to be together, it may be a situation where you can come back together at a later time. But you do a lot of damage trying to finger point and blame and convince and try to, manipulate people because you don't want to let them go. But that's your choice. If you're choosing to hold on to someone that is not what you want, you can't continue to get mad at them because they're not showing up, or they're disappointing you because they're not doing what you want them to do. It's like we're all grown, or we should be grown if you're looking for a serious relationship. And we're all adults. So, of course, we are going to have preferences and things like that. But trying to be convincing someone that, hey, I want to stay home, or I want you to go to work, I want you to help around the house, I want to do this or that. These are things that need to be addressed up front. And unfortunately, some people are not honest initially because they have other hidden agendas, or they have other motives. But I think that we need to get to a place of honesty. And the truth is, sometimes being honest is not pretty, and it can hurt feelings. But sometimes it's very necessary, because if you're not being honest with your partner about who you are, what they can expect from you, what you're willing to contribute to the relationship, what you're looking for in a partner, then you're going to be headed for a very, very unnecessarily bumpy road. And I hope that you don't allow yourself to get so deeply embedded in children and tasks and property and all kinds of things that will tie you to a person that you knew early on you did not really want, but you kept trying to convince yourself to work with them. You kept trying to convince yourself to work it out because you didn't want to be alone. You didn't want to start over, whatever age you are. We have to get out of that, because you're living in a state of fear, and that is not healthy at all. And that's my little rant of the day. But back to this nacho, guys. So yes, so I have my pita chips that I did cut, and I air fry them a few minutes. I brushed them with a little bit of the olive oil from the garlic that we roasted earlier. If you watch my chicken pasta video, you'll see how I roasted the garlic. But I topped it with my chicken, my shrimp. I probably could have put a little bit more chicken and shrimp, but guys, we're trying to cut back, right? And I have a few dollops of that hummus. I have some Kalamata olives, some tomatoes, and some fresh parsley. You can also do some fresh dill if you want, or if you don't really like hummus, you can try doing a tzatziki sauce, which is really good as well. Top it with some fresh lemon juice, and there's a nice little snack or dinner if you prefer. Thank you so much for watching.